What's going on, guys? Your boy RandomGuyKev here, and this is the Airsoft Report, your bi-weekly discussion on things happening in the airsoft community relating to event sales, news, product drama, YouTube, and all that random goodness that is airsoft. The Airsoft Report is sponsored by High Power Airsoft, the world's best BB that's truly enhanced bio. Don't forget to check out AirsoftGI.com and use the code RGK for 5% off your order. If you like the information being provided, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Information in this video will be available on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Apple Podcasts. Timestamps are provided below. If you wish to skip ahead, please do so. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. What's the deal? Airsoft GI has the Bigger Wins YouTube unboxing mystery box version 8 available. So head over to airsoftgi.com right now to get that. The live stream giveaway is every Tuesday and Thursday on their YouTube channel, so definitely check them out there. What's happening in the industry? If you don't already know, Airsoft in Canada won't be banned. More details, just Google it. You'll find people talking about it. I watched a couple videos on it, but I'm happy for the airsofters in Canada. Should be good things from there. The Average released the SSR 63, A1, A2, and A3, 3 different variations. So more information on that at naverage.com. Upcoming events and competitions, upcoming events and competitions are subject to change. Definitely stay tuned to your event producer for more information. May 20th and 21st, Mere Tactical, Sky Shield in Michigan. May 20th and 21st, Tactical Airsoft Arena, Siege of Stewart's Draft in Virginia. May 21st, Airsoft GI's BB Wars, Operation Backbreaker in Texas. May 26th to the 28th, Milson West, Azaria Revolt in California. May 27th and 28th, American Milsim Eastern Front 3 in New York. Some competitions that are coming up: CSL Competitive Speedsoft League, July 8th at Shot Zone in Indiana. KWA Tactical League, May 27th, Black Ops at SS Airsoft in Georgia. NSL Sports USA, June 23rd to the 25th, the US Championship at Extreme Airsoft in Rhode Island. Speed QB, May 27th and 28th, their North Cal Invitational at Sac County Airsoft in California. So let's get into our topic. It's something that I think is interesting. I asked on my Instagram per usual, what are some airsoft rules that should be universal? And the top 2 that came through that everybody was talking about is that, the first one, no MED. So safety kills, all that jazz, because it gets so confusing everywhere you go. Like this is in regards to US fields. There's no consistency in most areas. So some places will say, hey, you have a 5-foot minimum engagement distance. Others will be like 10. Others would be 15. Other times you don't have those. Other times you can't say safe. Some other times you can't just say surrender. Other times you have to say safety. Other times you have to say surrender. You can't say safe. It's like so many different variations that it's so confusing. It makes no sense. When it comes to MED, I think for indoor fields, it makes no sense to have an MED. Lower the FPS joule limits so it doesn't feel like you're getting the shit kicked out of you. Lower the FPS joule limits for indoor or just across the board. I feel like a lot of them, most US fields, I have my specific gun set to about 340 FPS because a lot of times the limit is 350. So I'll have a number of guns between 350 range to the 300 range because some fields will be 320 FPS on 0.2s, others will be, 350. And then there's some indoor fields at 400, 500 FPS. And it's like, bruh, that's wild. That's the first one. I think these 2 make the most sense personally because they're the ones that people chose the most. The first one, again, no MED. MED for indoor fields don't make sense. Even MED for outdoors, but I think it's gun specific for MED when it comes to outdoors. And again, for indoor as well. If you're using a saw, come on, you kind of have to have an MED. Like a sniper rifle, of course, have to have an MED, but you got to set limits. You got to set limits for AEG versus HPA. You have to set those limits or it just doesn't make sense. And when people say, 10, that thing gets abused so much where people just running around, safety kill, safety kill, safety kill, surrender, surrender, surrender. But I hate hearing that. I hate it so much. It's like, bruh. I mean, I get it. Sometimes you want to be nice to people. Sometimes, like, if my barrel's on your back, I'll be like, yo, call it. Sometimes I'll do that. Other times I'll shoot you in your ass and keep it moving. But it's just, it causes more trouble than if you didn't have it. From what I've noticed, from what I saw, see when I go out, people complain, oh, I shot you first, or I said safety first, and it's like, bruh, just shoot the person and keep it moving. Let's trade and keep moving. Next thing, FPS joule limits. I mean, some places go by joules, some places go by FPS. It is all a bit confusing. Some people do, the limit is 350 on 0.2s or 350s on 0.25s, and it's like, pick one or the other. I feel like standardize across the board so we kind of all uniform and we're all just here. Like, again, I like to bring up Japan as an example. Like, their joule limit is like 0.98 everywhere. So it's like, you can't go above this. 0.98, that's it, point blank period. And it's like, oh, okay. Not like 0.98 on, from my understanding, not 0.98 on like 0.20s or 0.25, it's just 0.98 joules. Your gun can't shoot above that. So I'm like, that's solid. I mean, it doesn't hurt as bad and you won't get like scarred or anything, but it's like, this time now you're allowed to, kind of overshoot people in a sense because it's a little softer essentially. But it's like, let's come to what makes sense? What makes sense for a lot of the fields, again, in the US for FPS and joule limits, where it's, indoor, and I think it's class related as well. Like, you're an assault, you're SAW, you're sniper. It's all dependent on what you're using. But at the same time, for what you're using, I think it should be kind of somewhat standard across the board, where somebody's the blueprint, everybody's just like, all right, just rip his shit, copy it, paste it. Because a lot of, businesses, that's kind of what they do. It's copy the same rule set, copy the same, copy the same rule set, copy everything essentially, and then pick it up and go. That's one thing I don't care if it's copied in Airsoft. Like, let's all standardize on one thing and move forward. But those were the two main ones as far as like the universal rules that should be in Airsoft in regards to, I think this applies more so for the US than anything, because MED, again, I hate it so much. That's the biggest of the ghettos and we should just throw it away. But I think it does apply to certain weapon classes, because you're not going into a building with a SAW. I mean, and just, being straight disrespectful to somebody with a SAW or a sniper rifle. And then FPS joule limits. I feel like at some point we'll figure it out and everything will become standardized at some point. But as of right now, everybody's kind of doing their own thing or seeing what their competitors doing to either compete or, do the same thing. Because you don't want to, the worst thing is like, yeah, we have quick change spring systems, but at the same time, you don't want it. Most people don't have that. Most people don't want to change their springs. They just, hey, my gun's set, my gun's dialed in where I need it to be. Why do I have to, change a spring or do this to adjust it? That's a thought. Well, what are your thoughts on just universal rules that should just be applied to fields and whatnot in Airsoft in general, whether it be regional, it be country specific, and we take it from there. Airsoft Uploads, guys, I really didn't have anything. I really haven't been watching anything because like I'll start watching and things don't really pique my interest, and it's like I'll start watching, I'm like, okay. But everybody's into creating shorts, so it's not a lot of the videos that are put out aren't long formatted videos. Everything is short formatted, so I have to sit there and sort through things. But YouTube is just suggesting short videos, and I'm like, bro, like I kind of want to see somebody do something crazy or go to a dope field that's amazing. Just play a game. I just put that on, play a game, something. But if you guys have any suggestions on videos I should be watching, please put them in the comments and let me know. But that's all for this episode. Let me know what you guys want to discuss next by leaving a comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.